What's up, friends? It's your boy Eric Bledsoe. We are 1 week out from Christmas, and so I thought it might be helpful to do a video about how to survive the holidays with your family and come out on the other side. Looking forward to a happy new year. Let's go. So we're 1 week out from the day, right? Christmas Day. And for a lot of us, we love spending time with our families, and things usually go well. For a lot of us, though, we have that crazy aunt or uncle or friend, family member who we know is gonna talk about things that drive us nuts, right? Who's gonna cross all the social barriers and talk about the thing that they are so passionate about, but do it in a way that causes division. Or maybe you don't, they're just so polar opposite. Like they want to convince you to vote for their candidate, or they want to convince you to believe the theological thing that they already know you don't believe. And so how should we approach that? We got to have a plan, because if we go in to anything without a plan, right? The old adage, like we don't plan to fail, we fail to plan. And so whether it's your marriage or your finances or Christmas dinner, when we go in with a plan, we are so much more naturally at peace and so much more prepared to serve the situation and those we love well. So what's the plan? First, let's start with this. The Apostle Paul actually writes this letter to his friends, the Romans, and he says, like, to people living in a hostile climate, he says this: hey, so far as it depends on you, live at peace with all people. If possible, so far as it depends on you, live peaceably with all people. Hey, that includes our family. And so I know that's a tall order, because there are some folks who are just bent on being contentious. And if you're like, nobody's that way with me at Christmas, then it's you. So I want you to know, like, as far as it depends on us, we want to go into that moment seeking peace, Paul says, and pursuing it. So what does that mean? He goes on just a few verses later and says, well, when they come at you in a way that seems evil or hostile to you, don't repay them or reflect that to them. Actually, repay their evil with good, right? Replace and return their hostility with love. There are things that Paul goes on to say are of first importance, and then other things that don't matter as much. Second, third, really irrelevant things. The thing I want to leave Christmas knowing more than anything is that I loved my family well, and they know it. Right? That's not easy all the time. That sometimes it's more natural than at other times. But as you think about those people who inherently are going to cause ruffles, that might be a good time to hold your peace, right? To not speak out in return. If they pursue you, as often happens, and just want to talk about it, then it might be helpful to say, hey, I love you, and I think we probably disagree about this, and I'd much rather talk about things that we can agree about. Like how much I love you, and I'm really glad you're here. It may not be as simple as all of that, and what I want to tell you is that you're going to need the Holy Spirit to lead you and to guide you in all truth. There's another letter the same guy wrote to his friends, and he says, hey, you're going to need wisdom to know how to return to each person and converse with them in a way that's appropriate for the moment. Friends, if you go into this with our own strength, right? If you sit down at the table and you just hope it works out, it's not going to work out, because we're human and we want to defend ourselves and we want to be right. And there's other people of us who just, our skin crawls and we just want it to go away, right? That none of those things is peacemaking. And so in order to make peace, we have to be like Jesus and serve one another, even if it means that they hang us on a cross and crucify us. We want them to know more than anything else, not that we're right and they're wrong, but that we love them and there's nothing they can do about it. That's what we want to know. And at Christmas, let us follow his example. Let's go in with a plan to stick to the things that are first importance, to repay evil with kindness, and to pursue peace as far as it depends on us with everyone at the table. Guys, the most important thing this year is that Jesus is here, that he loves us, and that we can love each other well because he loved us first. I hope that's helpful to you, as it is to me, just as I remind myself, there's none of this that is of any of importance if I don't love each other well. Paul goes on to say we can do all these great, wonderful things, but if we're not unified and loving one another, we just sound like out of tune drums. And I don't want that for you. So I pray for you, friends. I'm with you. Let's go celebrate Christmas and enjoy bringing and serving each other that peace on earth that Jesus has come to give us. Have a great day. I love you. Bye.